You know, in the great game of global power, there are pawns and there are kings. But what if I told you the most important piece on the board, the one that could change everything, isn't a country at all? It's a vast, frozen island at the top of the world that has suddenly become the planet's most dangerous prize. I mean, listen to this. This was the statement reportedly coming from inside the Trump administration that just sent shockwaves around the world. It wasn't a suggestion, it wasn't a negotiation, it was basically a threat. A world power was saying out loud that it wanted another nation's territory, and it might not take no for an answer. Now, it seemed to come out of the blue, but this story has been a 100 years in the making. So let's really get into it. How on earth does a massive block of ice, a place that's mostly uninhabitable, become the center of a new global power struggle? What could possibly be hiding under all that ice that makes it worth risking, well, everything? The answer is way more complex and, frankly, far more terrifying than you probably think. Okay, so first, let's just paint a picture of Greenland. It's the biggest island in the world, right? But 80% of it is just ice, buried under a sheet of ice that's up to 2 kilometers thick. The entire population, all 57,000 people, could easily fit inside one big football stadium. And the average temperature? A casual, bone-chilling -30 degrees Celsius. On the surface, it sounds like one of the most brutal places on Earth. So why the obsession? To really get what's happening right now, you have to look back. Because America's obsession with Greenland isn't some new, crazy idea. It's a strategic goal that has been passed down through generations of American leaders. And this is not a new thing, not at all. Just look at this timeline. The U.S. has been trying to get its hands on Greenland for over a century. The first attempt was way back in 1867, right after they bought Alaska. Then again in 1910, get this, in 1946, President Truman offered $100 million in solid gold for it. That's over $1 billion in today's money. And every single time, Denmark said, nope, not for sale. But the idea, the ambition, it never went away. All right, so let's start digging. Let's peel back the first layer of this mystery, because buried under that desolate sheet of ice is a treasure chest that could literally redraw the economic map of the entire world. These aren't just names on a screen. This stuff is the absolute oxygen for our modern lives. Think about the phone in your pocket, the computer you're watching this on, electric cars, wind turbines. All of it depends on these rare earth minerals. Neodymium for the powerful magnets, gallium for the chips that are going to power AI, even uranium for nuclear energy. Greenland is sitting on one of the largest untapped deposits of this stuff on the planet. And here's why everyone is freaking out. Right now, China basically has a monopoly. Look at this chart, a staggering 90%. They control the supply chain. That gives Beijing an incredible amount of leverage over every other country. So for the West, Greenland isn't just an opportunity. It's a potential lifeline, a way to break free from that dependency. And if that wasn't enough, we're also talking about oil. Not just a little bit of oil, we're talking an estimated 31 billion barrels. That is a staggering amount of wealth. But, and this is the crazy part, even that isn't the biggest reason everyone wants a piece of Greenland. So if it's not just about the treasure under the ice, what is it? Well, now we get to the real prize, the thing that turns this from a simple resource grab into a major global flashpoint. You see, the ultimate game changer isn't what's buried under the ice. It's the fact that the ice itself is disappearing. Our warming planet is unlocking something that has been impossible for all of human history, a new superhighway for trade. For centuries, all global shipping has had to go through these narrow, congested choke points, right? Like the Suez Canal. But now, check this out. As the Arctic melts, a brand new shortcut is opening up, the Northwest Passage. This is a total revolution. We're talking about shaving 9,000 kilometers off a trip from Asia to Europe. That's up to 15 days of travel time, millions of dollars in fuel saved on a single voyage. And guess what sits right at the front door of this new global superhighway? Greenland. So whoever controls Greenland isn't just getting minerals and oil. No, they get to be the gatekeeper for the world's most important new trade route. They are effectively running a toll booth on the future of global commerce. And this is where things get really, really dangerous. Because you take a century-old ambition, you add trillions of dollars in resources, and you top it off with control over global trade, and you've got a recipe for a conflict that could send shockwaves across the entire planet. Just stop and think about this for a second. Greenland belongs to Denmark. Denmark is a founding member of NATO. The US is the leader of NATO. The whole point of the alliance, its core promise, is that an attack on one is an attack on all. So what happens? What in the world happens when the attacker and the country being attacked are supposed to be on the same team? The whole thing could just unravel. It's like a line of dominoes waiting to fall. First, the NATO alliance, the thing that's kept the peace for over 75 years, it could just crumble. Then, America becomes the undisputed king of the Arctic overnight. The world's resource map gets redrawn in an instant. And maybe the most dangerous part, it sets a precedent. A return to a darker age where powerful nations just take what they want.
So that's the chilling question we're left with. As the ice melts, it's uncovering more than just rocks and new sea lanes. It's uncovering a new battlefield for global power. Is the fate of this one frozen island going to be decided through peace and diplomacy? Or is Greenland about to become the trigger for the next world war?